Yeah, because say he was health minister.
That's right.
And near more, of course, no be any dada. So this is not a time to be shopping for relevance and as attention. The era now, if anything, Odi health ministry, and the course of saying. And at this point, Obi a Ghana, if something is going on toward that, you have every right to talk, speak, make suggestion, and answer for them. But Alaska, men can't be enemy. And don't try to make Nema any to happen. And when you know that these are the factual realities underpinning the issues, then because of cheap politics, you try to sway Ekakansama. You say anyhow, and this is a personal. Nema na ekosu ni nyina and so onimo onim.
That's right.
Unless say it is true, say those times I say what the officer na kind of forwarded instructions aba. Say the document sign off Abrame.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that unless say they see yeah, and he was just playing a puppet role under his own ministry and that didn't know what was happening. At this point in time, Nipa always seized with all the fact in this particular sector. The current health minister. Yes. And his position and our account were clear. I want making promises in the next 1 month. He said 1 month or 2 months.
In the next 4 weeks.
In the next 4 weeks. Is that 4 weeks or 1 month?
1 month.
1 month. No, Obe making sure say all the hospitals and other way next year hook on to the system. No, me akoso. So the question is, was it possible we could have done it in the past? And why didn't you do it? So you answer these critical basic questions because first in your hospital no be the folder bar. Na say no ko Sunyan hospital na dey chewo ko Techiman hospital. Okwa you start from ground zero. After na okwa ko yi folder. Na you be take your health history everything afresh. But the system is such that if it is connected, it doesn't matter you went to Kolebu. It doesn't matter once you log into the system. Your health records already is in the system. Okay. So nya fe na doctor baby say na wo ko he na duro be na yede ma wo na duro no kofie na kofa krata na fa ba kire me na say for everything are captured in the system. No etimi boama continuity of care. Very smooth transition very way, and that is the whole essence of this thing. So this is the initiative the gentleman has taken upon himself to ensure say hospitals na enye connected he will do. So we a former minister now or any idea be who free say you bring it up. But some of these unnecessary allegations in this unnecessary way, and they are not even factual. Because some now he hasn't been able to adduce a single evidence to substantiate any of the claims that he is making. And apparently, I said the Felix Ofosu Kwakye good anymore say Metro TV.
That's right.
Now to papa so you are not on top of issues. One kasa ministry can now you didn't know what was happening. So for me, I think say he should shut up and just watch what is happening. So or any suggestion very constructive. Free so the boy be why not? But don't try to flip a version of a conversation that is not important at this time. That is not relevant as to whether say obi empty and as a private sector and as a private sector. No, the whole idea is to get this whole thing into a system. Ghana for being access. Best serve the purpose that we want to. The underpinning issues, can be resolved, and that is the most important thing. So for me, I don't like it when issues come. You try to hear unnecessary politics around, and it's the same thing that is happening in Parliament today. I say, "Afenyo marking." I say, your friend is saying, or catch a speaker say, "Buffalo born vetting now more the air corner."
Asem no court.
Asem to now one have catch a speaker.
Now, when was the last time Omusa Asem court at Parliamentary
and we in Yansania? That is the question you ask. So we in Yansania because first of all, speaker ain't nip to me to sit. As an individual to decide, say, oh, assembly or court, and I speak another court.
That's right.
So who frees out person who reasons I'll go to court, go for injunction, then bring it to the speaker.
That's right.
And I say, if you court injunction, can stop Parliament or your master of its own proceedings within the House to stop a constitutional process. Again, the Supreme Court has proven sufficiently say, whenever a constitutional process is in motion and you want to injunct, stop it, you should have a bag full of sensible reasons.
Exactly.
Over court no sufficiently say of course now so one stop here there now. It will cause irreparable damage subsequently. If you are unable to do that, because Electoral Commission we say NDC the Electoral Commission about your friend is saying
it's a limited registration.
Limited registration. Okuja Tone Haruna Idrisu levy.
That's right.
I'm going to call court ya say toko no the date ya share the bottom to kwan just oba na no kra na NDC for na registration no ho asem
that is it
ya ni ba ho so no and some na call court to nyina no be ka kire say to stop a constitutional process in motion because yam vet bafuboni no enye obi discretion o a constitutional requirement
exactly.
And the speaker is enjoined by a provision in the constitution to go ahead and again so oye process in way now free said the entire process was built on fraud. You can go and quash it.
Exactly. But idea
yes.
Oh, say I don't know on no. And
that's why now President Akufo-Addo say own sign LGBT when I'm catch say crocodile the John no yeah. Right. Because he didn't want to do it. Because as a president in the exercise of your executive functions as an executive president, no Alaska court will not stop you from exercising, but who sign we now say omudi say I don't know what running out of your limits as a president, then the court can invalidate everything that you sign.
Exactly.
But on the undoing of the act, you cannot stop an executive president from pending his signature to a document. So I think that you see, these are the cheap politics. Ukroma I'm for take a serious BM no because nipa na oye no anya say onim but you see their essence in this politics, their relevance swati.
That's right.
So always Afenyo Markin is somebody who always want to be in the news. I'm on for betting in cancer or BB because Babin ain't need to stop this particular process unless there is an order from somewhere justifiable, and the only order will have to come from court, a court of competent jurisdiction. I want to be convincing beyond every reasonable doubt. Say indeed, so process no cost it will cause certain irreparable damage. In that particular sake, unstopping the process. So you see, and I know na me catch you be say toko no na moni abra mo koma no ankasa the colleague judges. Who is that Ghana your judges association Okroma say?
Oh, that's right.
Now what is your issue statement?
No.
And this a Ghana bar association issue le na omo ye de koba na omo tonyoma Alaska. Should you take them serious?
No.
Because these are judges. They understand the law. Now no me catch you be say obi a lawyer, you don't interpret law. So stop deceiving people. The other can't find mara hu be wa twenkyere.
But the judges,
the only body that is enchanted with the power to put interpretation on a constitutional provision is a judge. We are lawyer. Mr. Lawyers are trained to have a refined understanding of the law.
Good.
You get certification to practice, and then you can understand the law to convince a judge to make a decision. But you don't interpret law. That is why now no say election petition. Chachuchi kata of all people original and also cabro for kotu articles and then for to say, hey papa or timbrao na say for or kasa we are not judging about to go.
That's right.
I tell you, we are lawyer. You don't interpret law. The law is at the bosom of the judge. What I say,
and the law is the law.
It's the law. And the judges association, they understand this thing better. So if free says something has gone contrary,
they would have come out.
Some minute you do more. I don't know about him. So I think these things are much ado about nothing. I don't want to take much of your time now. Nyame boy be sen shia biem.
But I say, Ivan Che Innocent, and I think this takes us to 19 minutes into 4 p.m. Na abushia high on 92.3 midi ni Emmanuel Kwesi Mate ono so di Ivan sabe ye jamu di ama bright na bright ye sha sha baby Ivan di esi no enne afenyo marking ni nkro for say abushia Ghana from follow show no ede akokot say eye tokono former chief justice ede akokot say yina ye no to ono no enyamra kwanso enti ninsi anam na ye de ne ba no yenhwe na yamveti no ena the minority no so no ageginem catch speaker say onye ne sa and a question one may ask and say da ben na minority ni hu say asam wo quarter parliament ento so enye ne djuma yetam yi levy di court and a minority no course so e pass e levy and as our parliament is different from parliament way bright yanko
Alaska mame mao moni adwumapa
right
na menda wasene akwanya wodi amame memfa akwanya we so enchia party tie for minchia executives from national kosi the various branches. Minchia Solomon Kusi Brako our Brain Center.
That's right. That's
Poyo Abranten or Boy Papa Alaska. Say young guy or dedicated and committed to the work. Now no matter the barriers opposition for the man. No was swear so no need and say or be majuma pabekoso. Na wati Ghana nim ati president nim no ewie ma menchia no amemfa so nchia MMDC se wo Eastern region na edwuma mo ye ni MP se wo Eastern region.
That's right.
Alaska on say de bia masema ya meka no ne say when we have people in the whims of affair no more your adwen say what they will do ne say they will listen to people with loud voices. Sometimes we get to the state that the principles and the credit facilities of minor war as a beacon original so to me making sure that things are run well and make sure that the right things are done for the nation. Na eswa bomb minus for faso, na eswa batime muso for faso no yensanka. And this time around, Alaska na metie no minie ni jem. Minie ni jem because the NDC party. We have a social contract with the Ghanaian people.
Okay.
Ghanaian citizens say, ye ba, deni ye kan ye say, sika MPP aban bisi Oko Boye, ewa mononi, coupon se pensioner for sika bonds wa moto ye say sika ni nyina, na fe ye internal generated funds sika omu ji nyina no, Alaska omu che sika ni mo omu fe sika ni diye. And at that particular instances, now the glaring evidences were there, and then one of the major evidence pop up to be the Cecilia Dapa case. Iti Ghana funyi na jiyemboshi ni tumu se omaina akwa huye mu no mu achiro mu ni nyina no omu ni se nyatwe ade ba kope MPP na nado ne na aba mu mpenifo na ewia Ghana sika.
Okay.
Enti ni yedi tumi den hye wonsa na se wo ba wetumi ababe gise sika no unji sika no kwa o asset omode toye wa confiscate asset uwie a wa mama akodansa wam ntu be here 2024 elections ayekoye no Ghana for fatumi anse yen tankeke o because obekaya one of the MPP omokasa no rely on the Johnny Fee accountability who he said we don't have majority in parliament. So therefore, if we want to take any serious decision, we don't get it.
That's right.
In Ghana, for who you say, we are not going to give any NDC numbers here. NDC best using as excuse. And as soon as NDC phones so kasa you say, ye near Bresi ye be chinkrofo we no. Then what we do is ye be more presidency no. Ye presidency no. Ye be some majority in parliament. Senebeya you get to TED. Now no general ekana ye national chairman kana assembly or see MPP for pair or more parliamentary routines obetimi ama NDC MPs are call we traffic light. We have to call first break and half about second break. Nini no what it tells you is we have the numbers.
Okay.
We will have the numbers to outweigh the MPP contenders in parliament to make sure that any decision be take in favor of the country and then the citizen as well. Take Alaska, how many months in here? How many months in here? Today, at the end of October, which is the 10th month.
Okay.
Next month, October, 11th month. Now, documents did you see from opposition? Intenye ne ansana tama ye can say NLA report no yeba power ne benyaye Imani Ghana yes and report no according to report no 18th October. Okay. Last ye can say 2023. So all these documents were there. Who buy one cancer swab investigation? The buffer stock acquire 78 million Ghana cedis. Unsa document. The NSA ne Ghana for and under the MPP in Samafoja Ketuya Ekoye omuhuye won Samapomu. Ninyina documents were honum and then no say what do a Cecilia Dapa issues ninyina justification so the court nyina court boni nyina guye. Until this time. Now there's no single person has been prosecuted. And you think the Ghanaian people are okay with us? Alaska, it is quite time we are not going to sacrifice our integrity, our credibility in everything in space of people in authority. They have to sit down and make sure say yes we hear jumani ye ni omo fa ye ni mutwitwi form because we went to the people and now we phone belly yana Mati say yes buffer stock papa no we di 78 million Ghana cedis so document to crowd abonte yen so ye nya bi enti na attorney general ye den court ni ye den supreme court ye den
but so ni say emra no even cross